So what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy King Ace. This is Alan, you guys, and today, guys, I am here with a movie review slash somewhat spoilers for the Avengers Infinity War. I went to go see it last night, really late last night. Got out of the movie theaters like around like 12 or some sort. And you guys, before we start, here with me today is none other than himself, King Vegeta. So let's get this going. So you guys, today I had a lot of time to think about it. Sorry, let me lower down the music here. I feel like I have a little bit too loud. Don't mind me. I love my Japanese slash hip hop stuff. So you guys, today it's a review slash spoiler. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. I don't know where to start because the movie was phenomenal. I loved from the beginning to end, just the way everything played out. There was some scenes that were gut-wrenching, some scenes that were really sad. One in particular scene had me tear up, and I'll get to that soon. But you guys, so basically we start off with Thanos and the Black Order, and basically I guess they just finished beating up Thor. I always forget the other guy's name, the black guy with the sword. I always forget his name. And Loki, and basically the whole thing with the Tesseract, we know that's one of the Infinity Stones. And I'm not gonna get too much of that, but like I said, this is a spoiler. Sorry guys, I just woke up. So basically, long story short, you know, Loki is one and done, most likely for good, and Thor is just left there to mourn over his brother. And what I loved about the movie was just, it was non-stop action. It was non-stop everything. From there, you know, that happens, and basically, you know, the ship blows up with Thor in it and stuff like that. But we know Thor's a god, so you can't really kill a guy like that. There were a few things that bothered me about the movie, especially when the Hulk went against Thanos. I didn't like how that went because they made it seem like the Hulk wasn't that strong, and we all know in the comics the Incredible Hulk actually defeats Thanos. We know in the comics. I don't want to have to pull that up, but we know in the comics, we know that the Incredible Hulk does beat Thanos like it's nothing. We know the Hulk is probably one of the strongest Marvel characters alive. I believe he's 10 times stronger than Thanos, but you know, they want to make the movie interesting, so I get that. Throughout this movie, we see, you know, a lot of deaths, a lot of things, and sorry, what I liked about it was you saw the somewhat soft side to Thanos, especially when it came to Gamora, where he had to make the decision. Do I sacrifice her for the stone, and we see he's hurting. We see that he's grieving. Like it's a decision I have to make, but I have to do it. So we see that he throws her. He's crying because, you know, that's like practically his daughter. But he gets the stone, and we know that Thanos is on a mission to collect all of the stones. And I gotta tell you guys, to me, I was like, man, it must suck, you know, like to have to do that, to do what he did, and he loved Gamora so much, despite the fact that she was trying to kill him and all of this stuff. He still showed his love for her, and the fact that he was willing to take it out on his other daughter besides Gamora, it was crazy. It just shows the connection they had. Just making sure I'm not. All right, so we do end up seeing that the Guardians of the Galaxy meet Thor, and they explain what's happening. And but I love that there was funny parts to this movie, just like when Star-Lord and Thor were going back and forth, and Star-Lord was imitating him, and he's like, this is my voice. Like, I love that. I was like, bro, this is hilarious. Like, I love the fact they still have the sense of humor. But that kind of went away when it got deeper into the movie. There was really no more sense of humor. The movie was just serious, and I liked it. I loved it. It was good. It was good for me. So, and I love that. So they meet that, and I gotta tell you, like I said, there's nowhere to really start, and there's no way to start this review in this movie because it's just every part of it was beautiful. You know, from from the point of where, you know, the last stone is the one that Vision has. And one thing that I loved is when Scarlet Witch and Vision was just having their moments of like, you have to do it, like destroy the stone before Thanos can get to it. But the issue was Thanos was able to get the time stone. He was able to get the time stone from Doctor Strange and was able to reverse time to be able to get the final stone. And that whole sequence, the whole fight scene between Thanos, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Jax the Destroyer, Doctor Strange, that whole fight scene between Thanos, I thought was dope, yo. It was dope. They were working together, and there were a few things that bothered me, and I was like, bro, they're kind of making it seem like Thanos is like godlike, and I was like, I get that, but I was like, you know what, they're just trying to, you know, set it up for part 2 or whatever. I hope in part 2 it's what I really think it's going to be. And so we see that they're fighting Thanos and they're, you know, going back and forth, and Thanos is throwing everything right back at them and everything, and I thought it was perfect. I thought it was beautiful. But they were defeated. And I think a part to me that hit Tony Stark the most was when he got stabbed. When Tony got stabbed, I thought it was so perfect for Thanos to sit him down. Thanos sat Tony down and almost petted him in a way. He was like, he petted him in basically in the sense of like, you were defeated, dude. Like, to see Iron Man defeated like that was mind blowing. And what I loved is that, you know, Thanos leaves and Iron Man looks at Doctor Strange and he said, why'd you give him the stone? Why'd you give him the time stone? And he's, you know, he did it. Doctor Strange did it to save Iron Man, to save Tony Stark's. And you know, that's Doctor Strange showing his heart. And he said, you know, it was the only way and stuff like that. But that's when Doctor Strange says there was no way we were gonna win. So basically, he basically revealed when he first said, oh, there was one way for us to, there's only one way we win, to coming to there was no way we were gonna win. I think it's a little suspicious. I think Doctor Strange does know how the way they win. I think he just didn't want to tell them, in the sense of, I feel like he just wanted it to happen. That's my speculation. I feel like he didn't really want to tell them how they win. I feel like he wants to let it be and see, and because it's probably gonna come into fruition that it's gonna happen. So we see that happen. Then then you have the battle in Wakanda, which I think it's probably one of the coolest battles. Oh, and superhero history. Like, it's just like a all-out war, like Armageddon type stuff. And before we get to that, you guys, the Black Order. Every character of the Black Order was so cynical, and I thought they were so dope, so spot on. Obviously, you guys saw throughout the movie, little by little, one by one, they were basically being killed off or whatever, which was cool, and I love that. But to me was the fight in Wakanda. Like, it was just so much. Like, you finally had all the heroes together fighting. Obviously, you had the other ones and Thanos' old planet or world or whatever you want to call it, and the others in Wakanda. And I thought one thing that bothered me was the whole thing between Hulk and Bruce Banner. I didn't like that. Oh, you know, Hulk come out and he's saying no. I thought it was a little childish. I didn't like it because I feel like that's not how Hulk is really portrayed. I didn't like it. They made him seem like he was really scared of Thanos, and that's never been the character of the Hulk. Like, scared and intimidated. That's never been his character. So I didn't like that at all. I thought that really bothered me a lot. So I was like, man, that's kind of cheesy, man. We're really gonna do this. And so throughout the movie, the Black Order, they end up getting killed, all of them. The war in Wakanda is happening. Dope fight scene. I love the fact it showed Captain America and Black Panther running ahead of everybody really fast. I thought I was so dumb. I'm like, bro, these guys are fast. They might be faster than Usain Bolt. I think the Avengers are faster than you. So the fight in Wakanda happens. These guys are duking it out. They're fighting back and forth. And I'm like, bro, this is, oh my God, this is perfect. But in the process, they're trying to protect Vision, trying everything in their power to get everything from him. Basically like in a way where he's not connected to the stone, so they can destroy the stone without destroying Vision. But that fails when I think the last member of the Black Order, I forgot his name too. He comes, disrupts everything. Now it's him and Vision going at it. And I gotta tell you, I think the fight between Vision and that guy from Black Order Pacific, I thought those fight scenes were pretty dope. So what ends up happening is that Thanos finally arrives. Vision feels that he knows that he tells Scarlet Witch, you have to destroy the stone. It's okay, you can destroy me. I feel nothing. And as the Avengers are trying to stop Thanos from getting closer and closer to Scarlet Witch, she's trying everything in her best to destroy the stone. And what ends up happening is that she destroys the stone, guys. She destroys the stone. But Thanos already has the time stone. So Thanos reverses the time. Vision is back alive. He takes the stone from Vision and kills Vision. And I was like, oh man, this is tough. Like, this is tough. And so Thor comes in, and the whole thing, I think Thor in this movie was like one of the centerpieces, because I love the fact what he had to do to get a new hammer axe, to get, you know, that. I thought that new hammer axe was the dopest weapon I've ever seen. And I like the fact that that place he went to, they build weapons for gods. They build weapons to defeat gods, to defeat people like Thanos. So that's pretty crazy. But pay close attention to that in part 2, because I'm gonna get into later into the gauntlet. So Thor comes, he gets Thanos, he stabs him right here with the axe, he's shoving it in him. Thanos has like a little, not a flashback, but a little sequence where he sees Gamora as a kid, and she's basically saying, was it worth it? You know, basically sacrificing everything just for your own goal. And he's like, you know, I think he says no, it wasn't worth it, or it was worth it, but he feels the loss. Everyone he like basically killed or whatever, he feels it. You can tell he feels it. And when he snaps right back, the gauntlet gets all black and messed up, like, you know, like what happened? What exactly happened? And Thor's like, what did you do? What did you do? And Thanos himself is looking at the gauntlet like, crap, what did I do? And Thanos goes away, the portal opens behind him, he disappears. And this is where I was like, I had to hold my tears, because I was like, I held my tears, but one certain scene had me tearing up a lot. And then you start seeing Bucky and some of the other people dying, not dying, but fading away. And I was like, no way, like Thanos' goal, finally, he reached his goal. Bucky, all these other guys are disappearing, Black Panther, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, you know, hey, look, that's it, you know, that's good, you know. Like, maybe just those guys. Then we go back to Titan. We go back to Titan, and we see Doctor Strange, Jackson Destroyer. We see Star-Lord, and I'm sitting there saying to myself, no, don't tell me. I was like, this is what they were talking about, some of them dying. And the one scene, you guys, that made me tear up the most, you guys, was Spider-Man. Oh my God, my heart dropped. Because the fact that he's like, Tony, he's like, please, I don't want to go. Tony, please don't let me go. And he's such a young kid. He's the youngest there. He's a kid. Not a kid, he's a teenager, but he's young. And for him to die, I teared up. And the fact that you see Tony's, you see like the pain he feels, because I don't want to say it was his son, but he treated him like he was his son. Like his mission was to protect Spider-Man as well. And so he feels like he let the kid down. So pretty much from there, that's basically how the movie really ends. You know, they all die, and some of the Avengers are left are remorse of what just happened, realizing that their loved ones, their friends, and stuff like that have all passed away. And some people, there's speculation that their souls are locked in the soul stone. I forgot which one that it's the purple stone, but I always forget the name of that one. So some people think that their souls are trapped in there. Some people are even speculating that in part 2, they find a way to defeat Thanos and release the souls inside the stone, and everyone comes back, because there is this whole thing with some people were like, where was Ant-Man in all of this? Where was Hawkeye in all of this? And I was like, that's true. Some people are wondering, hey, where's Ant-Man? Where's Hawkeye? What's going on here? But some of these other heroes that were missing are mostly going to be in part 2 or whatever. But it sucked, man. It sucked. And the final scene, I was like, oh, cause you see Thanos getting up. It's like Meadows, his house, his crib, his joint. He's there and he has a smirk on his face, like I accomplished my mission. While everyone else is grieving, it was like the Avengers were finally defeated, guys. They were defeated. They didn't win or anything. The Avengers were finally defeated, you guys. So that's big in the superhero world. Wow, group of heroes finally lost the battle. And so I believe in part 2, when it does come out, I believe that's when they defeat Thanos. That's me. I speculate that. I can only hope that when they defeat him, they release the souls of the fallen Avengers, the fallen heroes, and you know, either they come back to life, or I don't know what's gonna happen with that. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of people are like, huh, but isn't there supposed to be a Spider-Man 2? Isn't there supposed to be a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when they fight Adam? Like, so a lot of people are like, how are these heroes dying when you still have sequels that are supposed to be coming out? Like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Spider-Man 2, you got I forgot what the other 2 movies. And so people are like, how are they killing them when these other movies are coming out? So what is it? They defeat Thanos and then the movies comes out? So we don't know. We're gonna only time will tell. And the post-credit scenes, you guys, like I said, this is nothing but spoilers and this is a review. You see Nick Fury and I always forget her name, man. Jesus Christ, I always forget that lady's name. They're driving, they get into an accident. That's when they start seeing people like fading away. Just like what was happening during the Avengers, that moment, it was happening to them. We see that it happens to Nick Fury and he's like, mother. And we see that he's sending somebody like a SOS signal, whatever, to somebody. And when you see the sign that shows up in the end, we all know who that is. We all know, and I'm gonna say it, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, that's who it is. So we're gonna see. I know that the movie's coming out soon, so we're definitely gonna see where was she the whole time, or where was she the whole time all this was happening, what's going on here. So I'm actually excited for that. Otherwise than that, that was pretty much it, you guys. All in all, I give this movie a 10 out of 10 star. This movie was phenomenal from beginning to end. It was sad that some of these heroes died. I'm a Thor guy. My favorite Marvel superhero is Thor. So I was happy that he survived, and I feel like Thor is stronger now. But some of the other guys that died, man, I was like seeing Groot die killed me, because he's a teenager too. To see that Rocket is the only one from the Guardians of the Galaxy still alive, that was mind-blowing to me. I was like, oh man, he's the only one. Like, so part two is gonna be interesting, you guys, because we're gonna see what happens from there. We're gonna see how they regroup and what actually happens. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of what they did with Bruce Banner in this movie, that he struggled, you know, trying to release the Hulk in him. I didn't like that. I thought it was so cheesy to me. Like, I was like, bro, come on, really? We're gonna do this when we know in the comics, like, he can just bring it out in a heartbeat. We know in the comics, he whoops, excuse me for my language, but he whoops Thanos' ass. Like, and we know in the comics, Thor beats Thanos, the Incredible Hulk beats Thanos. So it's certain things got to me, but I give this movie a 10 out of 10. I loved every part of it. The romance between Vision and Scarlet, how all the Avengers were regrouping, putting their differences aside to come together to fight Thanos. And even though they did everything they were able to do, they fell. The Avengers have fallen. So now we're gonna see how they regroup, how they recuperate. So again, you guys, this is King Ace here, Allen. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. On top of that, you guys, please, you guys, like, subscribe, you guys. Please, we're growing little by little as a community, as a whole, guys. So let's do this here. Like I said, down the line, man, if God willing, if we continue to grow, I definitely want to do free giveaways, raffles, all of this stuff. I definitely want to do that, you guys. You don't understand how bad I want to give back to you guys for doing so much for me. So again, you guys, this is Allen. This is my Avengers Infinity War review / spoilers. I didn't get into a lot of things in the movies because although it's the spoilers, I didn't want to get into depth to each single thing because we'll be here for like almost an hour, and I'm not gonna do that. Not only that too, but for some of you that end up seeing these spoilers and still go see the movie, I didn't say certain things, okay? So again, thank you guys for watching. This is King Ace here, you guys. Thank you for watching, you guys. This is Allen. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, do everything you can, you guys. Thank you for showing the love, and I am out of here. Don't forget, Thor is my favorite Avenger. Don't you forget that, and I am out. Deuces.